ready yet. There's so much out there I haven't seen or done, or I haven't really lived, Sophie. Matthew stuttered while he toyed with the polished brass buttons on his brocade waistcoat. He'd lost enormous sums at cards because of this nervous habit. It had vexed her before, but she loathed it now. Hadn't you considered this before you proposed? Or in the entire year that we've been betrothed? Or before I started walking down the aisle? Honestly, Matthew, you only realise this now? Sophie tried and failed to keep her voice low. Why she bothered she knew not. This was not destined to remain a secret. She was not going to spend the rest of her days as Mrs. Matthew Fletcher after all, but as poor Sophie Harlow, or that girl that got jilted. Sophie turned to go, keenly aware that all eyes were on her. Matthew followed. "How could you do this to me?" she asked once they were in the vestibule of the church, which provided a modicum of privacy from the dozens of prying eyes. Their curiosity was understandable. She would be nearly falling out of her seat, straining to hear, too. Presently, however, she was pacing. "I know my timing is terrible," he said, "but we have been together for so long already." 6 months of courtship, and a 1-year engagement, to be precise. From the time she made her debut, she had wanted Matthew Fletcher. No one else would do. She had turned down 2 offers of marriage waiting for him to notice her, and 2 more as he courted her. Now she was 21 and damaged goods. Sophie the spinster did, alas, have a ring to it. "And we were about to spend the rest of our lives together," he continued. "Yes, I am aware of that," she snapped, never ceasing in her steps back and forth like ringing church bells. "But there is still more for me to experience before I settle down with one woman for the rest of my days," he said, attempting to explain. It was something in the way he said "one woman" that caught her attention. At that she paused. "Who is she, Matthew?" Sophie asked coolly. He looked in the direction of the heavens. "Matthew?" "With Lavinia, I feel as I have never felt before. We only became acquainted a fortnight ago, and yet—" He could not meet her gaze. His fingers were fiddling with the buttons again. "Lavinia?" It was a horrible, stupid name. "We became acquainted at the Swan," he said, referring to the inn 5 miles over in Amersham. "She lost her husband and is now travelling. She has extended an invitation to me to travel with her." "Matthew, I'm afraid I don't quite understand. You're leaving me, your sweetheart, your fiancée, your bride, for a woman you met at an inn less than a month ago?" Matthew did not say anything, but his silence was answer enough. "Oh, God," she whispered as the truth began to take hold. All the tiny cracks in her heart added up, and now the whole thing crumbled into dust. Sophie clutched her hands over her chest and sank to her knees. Her wedding gown billowed around her on the stone floor. She had loved him, promised herself to him, and entrusted him with her heart and her future. And he was leaving her and the life they had planned. He murmured her name and attempted to console her by snaking his arm around her waist. "No." She shrugged off his hands, for she could not bear to be touched by him now, when he likely had held another woman with those arms and kissed another woman with those lips. And yet, for more than a year, his arms and his kisses had been the surest comfort she had known. He had stolen that from her too, at the moment when she needed it most. Traitorous, heart-breaking bounder. "Sophie," he whispered, "I'm so sorry." "Oh, how could you?" She stood suddenly, and he did as well. "Sophie, She smacked him on the shoulder. "How could you do this to me?" "I'm so sorry," he repeated. She didn't want to hear it. He could apologize 1,000 times with his sad brown eyes, and she doubted she could ever forgive him for this. She balled her hands.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.